Okay, so the live is on here. Now I gotta go live. Shit. Oh man. Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
Protect the P. Audience. Oh man. Public. Next, it was too long. Okay, here's my stream key. I gotta go back here. Is it on here? Right. Okay, right. I gotta edit.
Have a water. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Here's my stream key.
Wait. There's no water in the fridge, though. Oh, forget it. I got water in the car. I just didn't bring it. Okay, so I just need 3 pictures.
Get me on here. Get me on here. Paste me here. Save me here. I think we're live. Now I gotta go live here. Go live.
Okay, let's see if my ex people.
Connect streaming software. Well, what does this mean? Oh, we live. Go live. Okay. All right, we live. We live. Okay, but we still waiting for Chandrika, who said that she'll be here. So if she's going slow, she might be going real slow.
Meaning live.
Oh, do you need a stand though?
Yeah, I need something because hi everybody. Good morning. Happy Independence
Why do you have
Day.
it? Why don't you have it on you?
I'm getting ready to turn it. As you hear, my sister's in the background. We're doing a taping. Come on, turn around. Hi everyone. I can't get the thing. Okay, here we go. Hi everyone. I am going live. I'm on the Protect the P on the talk show today. Let's see how it goes. You know, my sister and I, we have we have some exciting times today. So I'm going to try to tape it here. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to turn it this way.
Don't do it like this. I told you I got something for you.
Okay, here we go.
Just trust me.
But see, I want to do.
Look at this. I can tell I've been working out. Can you tell I've been working out?
Sure can.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. What happened?
It's turned. It's switched.
No, it went off. I'm going to go Facebook Live. Oh, here I am. I'm back. Hello. Okay, so we're in the show.
Okay, so we're supposed to be doing what again? You like that angle? Why don't you turn it over so you can at least get me too?
Look at you.
Let's push it out.
Okay. I'm doing Facebook. Guys, okay, I'll post Protect the P when it comes on time because right now, this is not the good time. All right. Okay, unless something juicy happens, but we will be discussing Diddy. And the P for that is, are we protecting the prostitutes? The Mann Act says no, we will not protect the prostitutes anymore.
No, the Mann Act says we are protecting the prostitutes because who was the prostitute with the Diddy? They didn't get charged. Diddy got charged. He would have been the one going somewhere to get a prostitute.
Okay, so the men are the ones. No more prostitutes.
No more prostitutes for you.
That is violated the Mann Act. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're going to talk about it. So we're waiting for attorney Chandrika Simmons to come. So she'll be here too shortly. She said she's moving slow. We'll see how slow she's really moving.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to go back. You know, I stay busy.
Why is there no picture of me?
I have to cook. I just got up this morning. I went and what did I do? I went in my garden and I fertilized it. So I was at 7:00 in the morning.
We need to raise that up soon.
So I fertilized my garden this morning. I took my dog for a walk. I fed everybody.
Oh, she needs to be in the center.
Like
royalty in here.
Marinated my pork ribs. Attorney Chandrika Simmons is here. So we're getting ready to start.
Queen arrived.
Oh, a queen! I gotta see what she's wearing. I'm just in my regular clothes.
And the husband.
She brought her huzz too. She brought the huzz. So anyway, we will see. I'll let you know when the show comes out.
Okay, so this
we'll go from there.
We gotta do a
right,
rearrange. You know, I
Bye-bye.
recognize greatness when I see
What's
it.
Chandrika doing?
Look at how she came through. She came through.
Oh, attorney.
Here, she's sitting in the front.
She's gonna sit in the middle,
Yeah,
right?
she's gonna sit in the middle because she got on the white. Shoot. What you need? Something. I got coasters.
Why I need
Okay.
to soak up the oil
Attorney-
and water too at the same
That's
time.
Attorney Chandrika
It's,
has
lovely.
arrived.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
in her
thank you.
splendid,
I think
majestic
you're gonna
white
sit. I don't
with
majestic.
a colored bag, a rainbow bag. So we're gonna see how
Oh,
this show turns
Oh,
out.
you know, and this is moving this way. So let me.
All right,
You're gonna
bye.
sit.
I'm going on Facebook. See y'all later. Okay.
You sit over here. No, Wendy, you
Ah.
go, and I want you. You're gonna prep when you get ready to go live. You're gonna prep because we're recording two places right now. We got Stream Live going, Stream Yard going. Chandrika, come on and sit in the front. I mean, sit in the middle because you are.
Okay.
We did not get the white memo, and you did not get the blue memo. So come on.
It's red, white, and blue.
It's
I'm
red,
gonna
white memo.
All right, I love it. I love it. No, I can't make there.
Okay, now let's see where we are on our camera angles. I think we are good. Okay, we're all in there.
Facebook Live.
We in there. Okay, we in there.
Lord.
This is the camera we're looking at.
This one?
Oh, but we not on. Now, for whatever reason, this camera just wants to stay focused on you, Wendy.
I know, right? Hi. I appreciate you all.
Yeah. Beautiful thing. Very happy for you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Independence Day.
Okay.
You know I love my country. And I wish I had a flag. I would just wave it right here now. But I'm on Protected P. But you know, my sister, Attorney Deanna Webster Cox. We're doing a special Independence Day. We're going to talk about Diddy. We're going to be talking about, do we protect the P as in protect the prostitutes? I think it's going to be a problem. I mean,
The prostitutes were protected. The man act
Were
protected.
they?
Where?
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Yes.
I didn't see a single
Attorney
prostitute.
Well, the
Chandrika
escorts.
The escorts
Simmons.
that with the prostitutes, right?
I don't think they were
contact
called.
is
What are you
here
talking about?
also.
Let me say that. Oh.
All right, so here we go. I'm just going to have you can watch it and follow along if you like. So we're in the show. Yes.
Okay,
Oh, you need to stand too.
Mhm.
You need to stand.
Oh,
Okay, you
she's
need to-
doing.
You bring one or you need one?
No, my phone does.
Oh, okay.
Attorney Chandrika has
I brought mine
Hood rat.
just in case.
Oh, good. Okay, you got one. But why is it mine?
Harvard to Hood
Mine,
rat.
you know,
Hood
mine
rat.
stopped moving.
Hood rat.
and
Hood rat to Harvard.
Crazy.
She has her. That's her.
The thing
Bread.
is not to go from Harvard to
So-
Hood Rat now. That's the whole
No,
point.
we don't
Is
want to
that
go
she
the
went from-
opposite way.
Right, she went from Hood Rat to
To
Harvard.
Harvard. That's a good
Okay.
thing to do.
So you got that just logically makes sense. The title.
Hood rat.
That-
Oh, hi,
that would be a-
Paulette. So this is my
Bro.
protected. My with my sister, Attorney.
Y'all are on
Look.
it already.
Right.
Well, what did I walk into? Jeez Louise.
Okay,
we are doing
Wendy,
it. Yes.
I want you to press record. Let's just
Can I do
jump.
it like that?
Yep, no,
No.
move them. Damn, you are not.
I'm not
Confident.
computer. Oh, here I
I know.
got.
Can you do
Sometimes
that?
they have touch screens. Don't judge me. Record. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay, is it level up? It needs to be coming over. Wendy, don't look. Turn your head because it's supposed to be coming over to my way.
What?
Because I'm
Why is it
talking.
not?
Right, it's supposed to be moving.
What's supposed to move?
No, this right here. Wendy.
Yeah,
This is
that's-
like
it's-
it follows
right.
you.
It follows whoever's
This right
talking.
here. This right here.
Oh, well, I'm talking. Hi.
Yeah, but she's talking too. And
So
it
why
should-
won't it follow her?
even if you're silent, it's still not following her.
it
when she
likes me
talks.
for some reason.
It does.
You like my new?
Because mine does that too. I got the same one.
You got the same.
A little
yours
one.
is more advanced.
My little bit.
Oh, that's nice,
More
Attorney
nice.
Chandrika.
But,
Okay, listen, we're here. Okay, I gotta do my introduction. That now I know Chandrika's in the middle, you on the side, but I'm gonna be on top. I'm on top.
Okay.
Boy.
Attorney Webster Cox.
Okay, so listen, welcome to Protect the P. I'm Deanna Webster Cox, and we made it to second season, y'all. Second season.
Yes.
And I'm really thinking that I'm going, even though I always have a guest on every single time, Chandrika, you have to come on here too because
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Because it's
Move
not
over.
it's not doing it. So this is the introduction. Maybe it's working as it wants to work.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me, but welcome to Protect the P. Thank you so much. Today I have with me, I have Attorney Chandrika Simmons. And keep in mind, I want you all looking at both these cameras
Okay.
because we're live on StreamYard and we've got the recording.
Okay.
I've got Attorney Chandrika Simmons in Simmons. I also have the remarkable, illustrious, my sister, I'm firstborn, Wendy Renata.
Dr. Wendy Webster.
I you're not gonna do that
Sorry.
today. Ooh, not today. Protect the P. And we've got Wendy Renaka Webster, Dr. DPM in the house. And did I forget to mention that Chandrika N. Simmons is an attorney. She has the law chick. She also has Hood Rat to Harvard. She is on Instagram, TikTok, the Facebook, not the OnlyFans, right?
ChristianMingle.com.
Christian Mingle.
Okay.
Protected P is on OnlyFans. Protected P is on OnlyFans. And but I'm telling you something. We've got Dr. Wendy Webster Jackson, who is on the TikTok, who is on the X, who is on the Facebook. So today we're going to talk to you about what's going on with Sean Combs and that verdict, and how I just feel bad. We got a lot of P's to protect here. We got to protect them, y'all. And we got to talk about how do we even get here? Because that's the whole purpose of Protect the P. And that's what I told my daughter from the very beginning. Protect your little pussy.
Ooh.
Because if pussies have been protected, would this trial be going on?
No.
Okay. Can the church get an amen?
Well, that's true.
Okay.
That's
if
true.
we were
You
protecting the P,
You got to protect your P.
there would be no trial today.
Yeah, if it was proper.
If it was
pussy policing. Yeah.
Yes, proper pussy policing
These
does not allow for that to occur. That's why Protect the P is so important. Okay, so let me go back.
You said the P word and you scared my Paulette Olaf, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
She'll be all right. Paulette, what you gonna protect her P?
I'm here to adjust this one just in case.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get it.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay,
Well,
we're here.
We'll catch you over there. Okay,
It's
So
gotta
we
be. Okay, so we're gonna come on in. Okay, so we're here. I made the introduction. Let's go, ladies. Let's get into it.
Okay,
Let me
so
talk about this Protect the P, and let's talk about, first of all,
Yeah.
Sean Combs, Puffy, and I'm happy. I first of all would like to say I think the jury got it wrong.
okay, I think the jury got it right, and I'm not either happy or sad about the verdict. It's just the state of America at this point. Dr. Wendy?
I believe that the federal government, they did not make their case. I did not see it even in all the days they were talking about it. I didn't see a RICO. I didn't see underage. So I said, I don't think they made their case. However, I believe what he was convicted of, they made that case that he did do prostitution, because we heard Cassie and several men say that they were paid. She was paid. They were all paid to have these freak offs. And Cassie did not protect her P. And she's in this humiliating situation. They say she drank urine of different men, and she was.
They didn't protect their penises.
No one protected the P.
Nobody protected their P.
They didn't protect the P, so it was really sad.
I think because if I were on that jury, it would have either been a mistrial, because I would have been not guilty on everything, because I didn't even like the whole concept of it. So I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
as a defense attorney, I would have said not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. They would say, but he paid for the prostitution. I'm not guilty.
But that's your job, right? You ladies would be defending, because you both defense.
She's not criminal.
No,
defense.
I don't do
You don't do criminal,
I do criminal defense. I would have said not guilty on everything.
But here's the thing, from my perspective of being on, if I were on that jury, which I did put a post up, and you can go look at that on my social medias. But I did put a post up. I predicted this a couple of weeks back. I said, from me, because I'm reading the transcripts as they come out. So I'm following the trial and I'm reading the transcripts. And from, if I were a juror, now I'm looking at it from just strictly being a juror. If I was a juror on that jury, I would have not found him guilty of a RICO charge.
Mm-hmm.
Because you I don't even know how we even got here for a RICO. A RICO was not designed for what they're weaponizing these people with. It was designed for mafia, the mob, those type of enterprises. And what people don't realize, I think people get into their emotions on social media about if you're excited or you're happy or you think that the jury got it right in the PD, you are crazy, blah, 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 blah. That's not it at all. The first thing in RICO is that it has to be a criminal enterprise. That's the first thing they have to meet. Mm-hmm. This wasn't a criminal enterprise. This Sean Combs runs a record company and production company. He did that for the purpose of putting out music, not for the purpose of encapsulating his freak offs.
Right.
So we can't even get to all the other elements because this is not a criminal enterprise. And what I said on my post was, if R. Kelly funds had not been frozen, he would have been able to hire a competent attorney team to get him off because it wasn't a RICO for him either.
Ooh, we don't want to talk about other attorneys, do we? You said competent.
You
said competent.
I said, no, I said a competent team.
A competent team.
He didn't have a team at all. He didn't have the best of the best, which at his level of access, he should have been able to have.
Well, maybe he spent all his. No, you said they
froze it.
Well,
so he could not access.
So he couldn't even access his funds to be able to properly mount a defense against these charges. Because again, he had a record company, he had a production company. Where's the criminal enterprise here? I understand you don't like their behavior. It is a Boris behavior. It is egregious. Their behavior is egregious. We all can agree to that.
No. We can't all agree to that.
Hold on. We should be able to agree because we saw the video of Sean beating the dog pissed out of Cassie. Now, if you thought that was what are your thoughts on that, Dion?
Okay, as far as that, you talking about in the Intercontinental?
I'm talking about the video of him beating the dog piss out of Cassie.
I don't agree with that, but you said we all saw, and I'm just saying.
Well, that's what we saw. That is egregious behavior.
But no, you made a blanket statement that we all saw the videos, and I'm saying that. And
so I saw the video of R. Kelly with the hula hoop girl too. That is egregious behavior.
I didn't see that.
I did.
I didn't see that.
So, I didn't see that
because that's the whole purpose of having a jury, and that's where we all bring our different. We bring everything different to our different opinions and our different backgrounds to the table. So whereas one person may see something and think, oh, that's egregious and that's so horrible. Other person will say, that ain't so bad. So now with respect to the whole Intercontinental, absolutely, I would not want to get my ass kicked like that on the ground and can't even get up to defend myself. That is egregious. But I don't know the other videos. I thought they had it wasn't no 6 hours of that. I thought they had some other videos, and I don't know. I thought you were talking about as far as the sex videos, because there'll be a certain sect out there of these people who have sex and they take it. And I don't know if that's
I'm talking about the videos we saw and the videos that were referenced. That you haven't seen.
But I gotta make a point. I'm an 80s baby, 70s, 80s baby. You know they had that. What was it called? The Freakum or Freaknik. Freaknik. Okay, we grew up in the Freaknik. I've never been personally.
I never did either.
But
I did.
That's what we. Okay, so Chandrika.
This is hitting too damn close to home for some people.
I don't know where Dr. Wendy going with this, but I'm getting uncomfortable now.
But
you're talking about my shit.
I didn't say did not go.
Where are you going?
All I'm saying is that
we've
had freak-offs from years and thousands of years of human history because people like to have sex. The Romans had that. The one Roman had the guy, his wife died, and then he had his little boyfriend and castrated him and paraded him around as his wife. So we've had this for thousands of years, but unfortunately, I think Diddy made the liquor company mad. Remember, he took his what was his product?
Ciroc.
DeLeon. He took it away from the big distributors because they weren't fairly doing it, giving him the funds or something he did. And after that, the feds came. So why couldn't this be a punitive action with the bigger company because they were mad and wanted to turn the feds, but it didn't turn out like they wanted?
Okay, yeah. Wait. I want to make sure we stay on track because, first of all, Chandrika was giving her point, and I want you to continue with that point. I know I interrupted to say, wait a minute, what's egregious? And you explained it. And I know you jumped in, so I'm going to make sure we stay as the moderator, as the originator of Protect the Pig.
They've been freaking for years. That's my only point.
No, I think what I was saying was if I were on that jury, the evidence as presented, the prosecution did not meet their burden of proof. They just did. I thought they did meet their burden of proof when it came to the prostitution claim. You can disagree that they shouldn't have, but the evidence as presented, because I did read the transcript. So the evidence as presented as to the prostitution, should I think he should have been charged with it? No, because it sets a bad precedent for people flying people out and engaging in sexual intercourse and calling on escorts and things like that. But the elements that the federal government requires under that particular count, they met that. So he was properly convicted under the 2 counts that he did actually they did prove their case on. But a RICO charge, absolutely, goddamn not.
Okay, so what? So then why not call the prosecutors in that case that they weren't competent?
Say that again.
That why not say you said earlier that R. Kelly's team was
He didn't have no team.
You said you didn't have a competent team, right? You used the word competent.
Yeah, he didn't have a competent team.
Now I'm saying the prosecutors in that Big Diddy trial to even overcharge them with it. I don't think that was competence, right? I really don't.
The federal government.
I don't think that was competent. I think that was some type of, and I'm just saying, I don't know their names personally, but that was an overreach. It was too much of an overreach.
Very much so.
Okay,
Very
and it was to be spectacular, scandalous. It was not to be just and to get justice as to what you really wanted. Because honestly, why not bring it for what it really was? If it was truly just prostitution, bring it at the prostitution. But I'm just saying, and I can maintain this, if I had been on the jury, it would not have mattered what they had said, because I would have said, not guilty. I don't care. They would say, but they said all this, and they showed this, and they showed that. Like, no, not guilty.
Yeah, No, I was going to say, maybe as they spoke, we saw the video of Cassie getting domestic violence against her. So could they have said that and charged him with assault? Because that was none of the charge. That's not federal, right?
No,
is that the problem?
The problem is that statute of limitations is passed for that. And number two, I'm sure there's a federal type of they could, just like they wrapped around the damn just how they wrapped in that whole RICO. I'm sure they wanted to put in part of that as a racketeering and the prostitution, and the beating of the prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Beating of these people, and say part of that is. I'm sure that's the thought process was to try to bring that in, but it just wasn't. It just did not connect.
Their case fell flat. Sorry, prosecutors, federal prosecutors.
And here's my thing with had I been on that jury, because I looked at it from, I'm an attorney sitting on that jury. You got to meet all those elements, and then I'm a woman at the end of the day, and I'm a strong woman, meaning I'm a survivor of childhood abuse. I've been through a lot in my life, right? And so I'm bringing all that to the table. You're not going to put Jane Doe on the stand in front of me and think I'm finna buy this. Jane Doe in Diddy's case was basically 50 Cent's baby mama.
Right.
And so she's still living in the apartment that Puffy pays for at $10,000 a month. She's getting $4,700 a month from 50 Cent for child support. And then you have the audacity.
That's ungrateful
to get on the stand and testify against the person who you, by your testimony, he was not abusive to you because you repeatedly told him, I'm not Cassie.
See, she'd be out of my house as soon as you'd be out of my damn house. I'd be eviction. You got to go. You got to freaking go.
And he didn't even put her out. But to sit up there and testify against him, she stated that he never abused her. She is the one who initiated the abuse. They showed the text messages of him telling her, stop putting your hands on me. This is Puffy telling Jane Doe, don't put your hands on me. I can't keep going back and forth with you about this. This is the reality of her testimony. So I don't want to hear shit that she got to say. Girl, go sit down somewhere, please. Collect your money. Do not pass go. I was really done with her. And then the other ones that are testifying about him abusing them, but yet your testimony is flawed because he wasn't even there. Like they could show proof that he was in a whole different state, and you're saying he pushed you over the balcony in California when he was at a concert in New York. Y'all, it was just everything was just on top of top, just lies and lies and lies. And then the salaciousness, what we were talking about the other day, the salaciousness of it, how they rolled it out, right? Made us think that this was going to be something about trafficking of minors. Right. Yeah. This was going to be something about sexual assault.
Right.
None of that shit happened. Everybody who participated willingly.
They were willing.
So you're not going to get on the stand and tell me that this man should be locked up for the rest of his life for engaging in freakish behavior with people who willingly participated in. I don't give a fuck how you feel about he coerced them. You can't coerce a bitch that willingly wants to be there because this man has power. Go sit the fuck down somewhere. I can't.
Please.
I can't. I just can't. And if I was on the jury, that's how I would have saw it.
Yep.
Because what are we doing here?
Yep.
How did we even get here? I saw a little, like Dr. Winnie was saying, and she can expound on that if she'd like. But I saw while watching this, there were a bunch of little cases, like domestic violence case, employment wage loss cases throughout this. That he was a horrible boss. He was not paying his people properly. They testified to it. They had documentation to show it. I'm a labor and employment lawyer. I'm not a criminal defense lawyer. But he wasn't paying them a lot of money. And then the money he was paying, he was supposed to pay them. He didn't pay them. So somebody had to sue him. That came in too. That was, I didn't even know why that was in there. Why do I have to know this? They were trying to paint a picture like he was a total monster. And it didn't pan out how you thought it was, because it was just a bunch of little things that add up to little cases, not a big old RICO case.
So can we just say that truly this was just to emotionally manipulate
The
people to stone this man for something he didn't deserve to be stoned for?
That's right.
Just because, and like I said, they've been freaking for thousands of years for humans. So he didn't do anything anyone else did. And the people love that power and that lifestyle. They wanted that.
Okay.
That's what they did.
Part.
Okay,
Yes.
so then there's a book out, because I am an avid reader of the books, called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And if he does not lay out how this comes about in that book, and it's going, because you can get whatever you want in this world. You can get it. In fact, that's what the devil uses these desires. And if you don't have self-control, what we saw is a person who did not have self-control. Diddy had no self-control.
No self-control.
And as a result, because he couldn't be in charge of himself,
That's right.
there's no way he could be in charge of others.
That's
And that's the only way these people came against him, because he was not in charge of himself.
Right.
So first and foremost, you must be in charge of yourself. Then that's what we have to be teaching our children. And that is the purpose of Protect the P.
He didn't protect his person.
He did not protect his person.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly did not. Well, I guess he protected his penis, because he wasn't doing too much of the freak offs, right?
No, but he
was
did a lot in those freak offs.
You talking about the semen being spread on his chest?
That part,
That
licking
part?
other men's semen off their chest.
He's
and
late
titties
homosexual. That's nothing new in
What?
this world.
He's a latent homosexual.
I don't know that to be true.
Why would you lick other men's semen unless you're a homosexual?
You can be freaky. I'm not gonna tell you what I do in my bedroom. So
Maybe the taste.
but that's the other part of what Dion's saying. Like, we all have our kinks and whatever.
But men
But
normally
I'm going to probably
just-
release my shit.
other men,
You'll never know.
right? Right.
You'll never know what I engage in. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not gonna stone the person because they got some kinks. But you don't know what I do.
I don't do anything, because I am waiting. I want to make sure it's very clear. I do not engage. I'm protecting my pee because I have to take care of my daughter, and I have to be focused on what I'm trying to accomplish, my goals. That's why I don't. Now, I cannot say I would not have been participating if I didn't have other things. But because my mind is so focused on what I need to do and what I have to do and what I've made a priority, I cannot participate in those other activities.
Well, I can't. I'm married, so me and my husband, the marriage bed is undefiled.
Okay.
I do what I want.
Yes, I agree. I mean, my husband, we've been together for 25 years, and hey, we still like to get down after all this time. So I think it's good. We do our thing, but you're not gonna see me posting it. It's
Right.
private.
None of your business.
But Diddy and his people did not keep it private. So he put himself in the position to be judged by others. And that's what's happening. And that was the whole case, that it was a judgment. And we were looking, we were all looking to see if Justin Bieber was there. That's what they kept hitting on the whole time. Underage. But he said he wasn't a victim. So that kind of...
None of that shit happened. And if it did happen, let's go with everybody's conspiracy theories of Usher, Justin Bieber, all the things, right? If all of those things happened, why didn't the prosecution subpoena them to come testify? Because that shit didn't happen. That's just some bullshit that y'all been recycling on the internet for a long, long time, because you want to paint him as a monster. If you want to paint him as anything, he's a horrible person for signing artists and then taking credit for all their work, not paying them properly, not paying them their royals, holding shit above their head when they're the ones who they should own their own intellectual property, not him. If you want to prosecute him for something, prosecute him for that. For the shit that people have been doing in record labels for years. He's doing that stuff. Right? And that's not right. And again, that goes to the labor and employment side, which I am very familiar with because that's what I practice. You're not properly paying people. You're not properly compensating people. You're not properly giving people their points off their songs. You're not properly giving them their royalties. You're not sending checks where they're supposed to go. That's a problem. You didn't attack him on that.
So what would that be called, since that's what you do, as far as when an employer, particularly him, what's the name of that he did?
It was a breach of contract, and the contract was so one-sided that it shocks the conscience.
So that should just
right.
Be
so
the
artists should be taking him to court, doing audits. They should be doing all those things. None of that shit's happening. Like I'm like, why is everybody focused on this part of his private life when maybe you should be focusing on the part of his public life where he is an actual record producer? He is an actual record label owner, and he is not properly compensating the people he has signed to his label. Nobody touched that at all. That's an issue, right?
The real issues they didn't touch.
Right, those are the real issues. During this trial, a bunch of his former employees testified. I did not know that the people he were employing were making less than $50,000 a year. Like, you work for Puffy and you making less than $50,000 a year. I pay people in my office more than that. I'm like, what is going on? And then he would fire you, and then you would come back and work again. Like you said, he's a horrible boss. If you ain't got to treat me wrong but one time, fuck you. I'm not coming back to work to get kicked in my teeth again by somebody who don't like me or respect me. That shit didn't make sense. But you have employee after employee after employee testifying to how bad he treated them as a boss. But yet you didn't file it. Only one person in the whole trial filed something, and she went and got her attorney to get her wages that she was entitled to.
So then what does that tell you? Again, it goes back to how do we protect ourselves? Number one, some things that you picked out. You like to do me wrong one time and you're gone. But if you like that lifestyle, because so what becomes more important? That lifestyle that you just say that you around him had more value than the amount of money he was paying you.
Right.
That's a choice that you made.
Made.
So you can't come after me if you chose to come back.
Right.
Talking about what? You know what it is. This is how much I'm paying. You can't tell me how much to pay you. Okay? Now I'm gonna pay you. I'll pay you. And when I pay you, you better do what the fuck you told me you could do. Because if you can't do that, then we're gonna have a problem.
That came out in the trial too. You put down on your resume, I'm available 24 hours. And then you get on the trial and say, you work me 24 hours. Well, bitch, you said you could work 24 hours.
What's the problem?
But don't you think that it's possible that he also used like a lure to we go to the ego of these young artists that are so desperate that they're going to do anything to get famous, to get with Diddy. So whose fault is it really? Is it Diddy's fault for basically humiliating them? And because they were humiliated, I would think if you're not getting paid, you're doing all this work. Or is it them because they're so desperate, they're willing to do anything? Who is that fault?
It's got to be some self-accountability.
Absolutely.
It has to be.
It has absolutely. Because what you saw was it, Making the Band.
Mm-hmm.
And how he had them doing it. They did all that shit willingly. And now those same people come back and said he did this. You were happy. I couldn't tell it was so miserable.
Except for Dylon. Dylon told his ass to go to hell and how many stops to go along the way.
Dylon.
And he blackballed him as a result of that.
Really?
But Dylon told him, you don't talk to me. He's an island boy. You don't talk to me saucy.
Ooh.
You don't come at me sideways. He basically told him to go fuck himself.
Okay.
And as a result of that, he didn't have a career. But again, those are choices. You
Those
should
are
go back and work at Starbucks
right.
then. I don't know what you do. You're not going to have with him. If your talent is your talent, it'll take you anywhere. He shouldn't be able to do anything for you against you. Or if your talent will make a way for you. It will make a path for you.
Absolutely.
So you wasn't destined to do any of that shit in the first place.
No,
there has to be some self-accountability here. And I don't want to hear any more diatribes or think pieces from particularly women about, protect Cassie, this and that. Cassie she was a young person when she got with Diddy. But before she got with Diddy, she was with a man that was 10 years older than her. She wasn't new to this shit.
She was groomed. She had been groomed.
She wasn't new to this shit.
Right. She was groomed. And that's where, so.
I don't know that she was groomed.
I'm thinking she was. You know what? You know why I say she was groomed? Because let me tell you something my mother never did teach me. And when you can speak on this, my mother never taught me how to sell pussy. Did she ever teach you how to sell pussy?
She did not.
She did not teach that shit. So there's certain things that, so my mother never taught me, well, you got a pocketbook between your legs. She ain't never tell me no shit like that. She just told me that you better be able to take care of yourself. She told me to get an education.
She did.
Told me I better be an attorney. She told me that.
So then the parents would be the
The
groomers.
parents are the groomers. They start that shit. And you talked about, you said, don't talk about no fast child. No, this, don't talk about, that's just called neglect. It's called grooming.
The child is not fast. The child has been neglected.
Exactly. That's what it's called. So I'm telling you, was she groomed? Absolutely. That is something that she got from home. That's all starts from home.
Yeah,
that you thinking you so cute. Remember how they tell certain little girls, you so cute. You can get all the boys. You can do. They tell little girls that shit.
Do.
They never told me no shit like that.
Pretty privilege.
I
didn't have no pretty privilege. So
I didn't either.
You
Fuck,
did.
I did not.
No. You had privilege. You had privilege.
I can't tell.
You can't tell. Yes. I had to work hard and be smart, but that's okay.
I had to work harder and be.
You what? Now we got a similar rivalry going on here. What is happening? What am I in the middle of?
You are in the middle.
You are in the middle.
Oh my
Really, but the energy's all good. But the whole, but I take this to my grave, and I'm going to constantly, to my dying day, I will say this: we have to protect our children, and we have to put more value on their brains, on their thought process. Not to say there was not thought process when you see your target, because honestly, those little girls will be little predators. That's your target.
Hell yeah.
That's your target.
Mm-hmm.
Go get them.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you get him. Go up there and tell him how great and wonderful he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You stroking his ego.
You stroke his ego. And then he see this little young thing and he think, oh my God. So then what does he say? I got this for you.
Mm-hmm.
I got that for you.
Quid pro.
It's a,
But that's the other thing. I don't think people actually watch the trial and listen to stuff that Cassie, the other girl, I can't think of her name right now, and then Jane Doe testified to. Some of the abuse that occurred happened when they got upset because he was dating other women.
young Miami.
Right? And some of that occurred, like they would initiate the confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was in the trial. I don't know if y'all watched this shit. Like with Jane Doe 50 Cent baby mama, I'm gonna tell the story because you can go back and pull the transcript. He had went to, I think, Utah or whatever with his family. She found out that he also had another girl on that trip. He goes to the apartment that he pays for with her. He's taking off his shoes. This dusty hoe takes his head and bashes it on the marble countertop and says, "You had another bitch at the da 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 da," and that's when they commenced to fight up in that house. Now you tell me, what sympathy am I supposed to have here? Like what am I supposed to do? You done repeatedly put your hands on this man according to the text messages, and you repeatedly told him that you ain't Cassie, and then you initiate the abuse. And then when after y'all get done doing y'all physical altercation, y'all go back in the room and fuck. Make it make sense to me. It don't make, you're not gonna make me feel sympathetic for this hoe. I'm not.
Okay. Well, then think
I'm
about
not
this.
I'm not
Think
either.
about this. Then so she's taking accountability, but I think they all got mad when he started going with Young Miami.
They did.
They went nuts. None of this, there was no problem until he went out with little brown, little shapely,
Looked like his mom.
looked like his mama.
But he
Young
didn't have to. That's the other part. She was a willing participant in whatever shenanigans he wanted, and he outwardly showered her with affection, and he had an outwardly relationship with her,
Young Miami.
and that's what they didn't like. Like, you're just using me for freak off, but she gets to go to these trips, and you're on social media with her, and you gave her a podcast, and this, and that.
That's true.
Bitch, are you a victim or are you jealous?
Exactly.
I saw jealousy.
Jealousy.
I said, no, they jealous of Young Miami.
Because make it make sense. You gotta make it make. There's gotta be some logic here. Like I'm so tired of women getting up here, and some of you men. I'm like, y'all are y'all looking at this from a total global perspective here, a 360 look? Because you're not. Because there has to be some accountability on both ends here. Yes, he's a man of power, but once you approach a man of power, you know what comes with being in a position with a man of power. Don't fucking play with me.
Don't play with me either.
Don't play with
now,
me.
I'm gonna tell you something. I at one point in time, now it was completely platonic, and there was a man of power, and I played my position. Now, my position was to learn how to do things in the law, meaning this personal injury. That was my position. I wasn't there to fuck. That wasn't my position. I played my position. He was a man of power, and I appreciate it. And all I wanted was to learn. And I learned. And I was part of the harem, but I was non-fucking. I was part of he had a harem. He had a harem. And I understood that. I understood the harem. I understood the pecking order. But I was on this side of the pecking order.
You was there to get what you supposed to
right.
do.
And I was to get the knowledge. Now, with the knowledge he gave me, I didn't need his money. Because the knowledge he gave me allowed me to have what I have now, allowed me to continue to elevate. So I thank you for allowing me in the harem. I think and when it was time for me to go, I left, and I left quietly.
So
then I moved into a bigger place.
So then,
Thank
Attorney
you.
Webster Cox. So would you say this, that if you see these men of power, you need to actually learn what you can,
Absolutely.
get what you can to benefit yourself instead of just being his patsy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's no way. There's no way you should be with a man who got means and you walk away with nothing but a wet ass.
Ooh,
you better.
I've heard that before.
Hello.
You better. And I
You
was
got
saying,
a dry purse and a wet pussy, bitch. They don't match.
they don't match.
They don't match.
They don't. And don't. So don't do it. So my thing is this. And the best thing is don't have sex at all. Don't do it. And you don't have to do it. You just keep telling them how great and wonderful it is. And then you keep telling them how great and wonderful it is with other people, how great and wonderful he is around other people. And while he's right there, you're so great and wonderful. You are so great and wonderful.
That's
what
all
and
you
you
have a
say
nice
that,
cheerleading
you don't have
team.
to do anything. I'm there for you because I appreciate everything that you're doing for me. And I got that. And you got all of them over there. They can be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
And I want to be Monday through Friday at work. Now, what should I say here? How do I approach this? How do I do that?
Yes.
That's how I do it.
And we just did a shout out to, what was that, Sherelle Sunday Love? Saturday
Saturday
Love?
Love.
Sherelle
Yes.
and Alexander.
It's on video. Hi, y'all.
That's who I want to. And that's who I am as a person. So you absolutely need to be able to. You see this situation, and that's why it's nothing wrong. We're all opportunists. Everybody. There's nothing that is not an evil term. That is not a wicked term. That's not a negative term. Be an opportunist.
Yeah,
Be an opportunist.
You're supposed to seek out opportunities that elevate yourself.
So, yes, and I had to do that. So, as a young podiatrist, I'm out there. I listened to everyone who said, I wish I would have did this 5 years ago. I said, oh, let me do this now. Okay, he said, I wish I would have got an LLC or corporation. So I said, I'm gonna get my corporation right now, get my papers. So I listen. You can learn from everybody. That's what you do. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. And those old men in my attending at Mercy Hospital, they all saw the little young girl. They all tried to get me into their bedroom. I said no, but I learned everything from them. So I was able to start my practice early, and I didn't have to work, and I did not give up. I protected my pee. So the rest of the women that didn't protect their pee, they got passed around. And still didn't get all the patients they thought they were going to do. So you have to protect it, but you learn. You play the game. You smile. You friendly. You competent. You got to be competent. Don't go in there being dumb. But people will take you under their wing if you actually have a willingness to learn and you know how to be quiet and listen. And you don't have to give up the pee. Because I didn't do it. And ask any of them. Didn't do it. Thank you.
Didn't do it.
They tried. Make a decision when you go into life, when you start life, period. Do I want to be the prey? Do I want to be the predator? Or do I want to be the boss? Right?
Boss.
And we all bosses up here.
We are.
Right?
Bosses.
And so that whole prey and predatory behavior, if you want to engage in it, engage in it, but then don't come crying wolf after the fact because you having buyer's remorse.
Right.
Like that's what I saw.
And that's what it was. That's
it was
what
like
it was.
buyer's remorse. I tried to finesse him and he got me into these freak-offs. That's what it looked like to me, bitch.
I know it did.
That's what it looked like to me.
But show me the tape where he said to drink the pee.
Drink the pee.
Exactly. Show me where he told her to drink the pee. Did she say that he told her?
She testified to that.
That he told her drink this pee.
To drink some piss.
Who?
Of an escort. That was in one of the transcripts.
No, well, see, now you said that was one of her. That's her testimony.
That was her testimony.
That's her testimony. You go on the credibility of that shit.
But the escort for that one didn't even testify, so we don't have anything to
right.
corroborate
So
that. But that was her testimony.
That's just her testimony. No, I have to go to your credibility. Your credibility, because I'm looking at. So now you read the transcripts. Was there anything? Did they talk about that civil suit and how much money she got?
Yeah.
And did they talk about where she was not supposed to say anything? It was supposed to be a non-disclosure.
She did have that.
I know she did. So did she talk about that, saying it was a non-disclosure?
I don't think they talked about it being a non-disclosure. She did acknowledge how much money she got, how much that she signed a release with it. But Cassie was subpoenaed.
Right, so she had to go.
She had to go whether or not she would have to talk about it.
No, she would not have, because she could have pled the fifth.
Well, she ain't. The fifth is like incriminating herself.
Exactly.
But she had already been given immunity.
But did she have to pay that money back since she broke the NDA?
She didn't break it because
no, court order said she had to do it.
So that's Trump's.
That's okay. Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know.
That Trump's that.
Thank you, attorneys.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
That's okay. But my issue is this. Now, and how much did she get?
I think
20
she
million,
20
right?
something. I forgot the number, but she didn't get 30.
Okay, she got $20 million
Mm-hmm.
for that. Now, for $20 million, that should take you. And the attorney probably got a third of that. So let's say you walked away with about 13 million or so. There was some costs going. Not a lot of costs, but there was some costs. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Why would she get?
She might have cleared 10 million. I would say that she cleared 10 million. She had to pay a lot of people.
You're right. Okay, exactly. So now you got 10 million can get you on through your life, you and your family, real good. But until the day you die, to the day you freaking die, she absolutely did not have to testify because right. Why did she get immunity? You get immunity because you know you wanted the guy, because you also should be charging that shit.
Yeah, you were acting
exactly. That's my freaking problem.
And the two charges that she could have been charged in were the two prostitution charges.
Exactly. That's my damn problem with that shit. Right. She got fucking immunity. That's my point. Mm-hmm. So no, I ain't got no damn pity. No, to hell with that. Because all she had to do was say, I plead the fifth. Now go ahead and charge me. Because if they had stood if they had stood firm on that shit, just say, hey, no, again, prove your case. Prove your case.
Now, did you guys like the fact that they didn't call any witnesses? I thought it was a badass.
They didn't have to.
I thought it was a badass move. Good as in badass.
Yeah,
like they said, you know what? You ain't prove your case. We ain't gonna call anybody up here. You ain't proved
it.
That's what it showed me. I said, ooh.
Just so we clear, Puffy's defense team kind of acquiesced to the two charges that they thought that the other side met. They kind of was like, these are throwaways, right? Mm-hmm. So he's already been prepped to understand it's a possibility he could get the 10 years because each of those two charges have up to 10 years, right? And most likely in your feds, they do them concurrently, right? They're going to run them together, not stacked.
Consecutive.
Right, not consecutive. So they already had prepped him that it's a possibility he can serve up to 10 years. He's prepared for that. But for life, no, you didn't meet those elements for him to be locked up for life. And here's the other part. I was taking a shower the other day and I said, you know what? It is because I'm just going through the videos that were coming up on my feed and seeing my mutuals, who we usually kind of have kind of the same perspective on life in general, not specific things, but life in general.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. When you say your mutuals, you mean in the internet world?
Yeah, in social media.
Okay.
So mutuals is somebody that I follow, we follow, they follow me back. So we call them mutuals.
Okay.
So I'm seeing some of our mutuals with these think pieces about outrage, and anybody is happy that Puffy got off, or if you were celebrating, or if you think that the jury got it right, you're insane. And I'm just like, you didn't read it, and you're usually a well-read person. And you didn't read the stuff, you didn't listen to the trial, you're going strictly off emotions and how you got to the trial with that salaciousness. There are plenty of people who have witnessed internally in their families domestic abuse, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think that your uncle and aunt should be locked up for the rest of their life because they was fighting outside and dragging each other down the street one night? Right. Or they did it, let's say they did it every 4th of July.
Right.
Because it's the 4th. They did it every 4th of July. Mm-hmm. You think that they should be locked up for the rest of their life because they like to beat on each other? No, you don't. The same thing goes here. You gotta put the stuff where it go. Y'all putting it all together. Puffy was a bad business person. He stole royalties. He beat Cassie. He didn't pay his employees properly. He was a drug addict. You putting all that together. But you have to look at it as individual. You have somebody that's on drugs in your family. You have somebody that has hit somebody in your family. You have all these things. Should they go to jail or prison for the rest of their goddamn life. And if you look at it like that, then you'll see what it is that we're talking about. And you have to look at the justice system is not justice. The legal system is not for justice. It's a judicial system, a system made up of a bunch of judges and laws. There really is no justice in it, because if it was, we wouldn't even got here. We can.
Yeah, we gotta talk.
I know you're a criminal defense lawyer,
yeah,
but I'm a civil rights lawyer, and there's no justice inside of this system. None. It's built on white supremacy. It's built on a whole lot of things that don't benefit me as a person or anybody that's in my circle.
Well, okay.
And so you're not gonna get justice in this system. That's what I tell people all the time when I'm filing lawsuits for them, and they've been aggrieved and they're seeking justice. I can't get you justice. I get you money.
That's it. Then that's it. But so if the
system was a justice system, then I should be able to get that, right?
No,
but I can't make Whirlpool change their policies and procedures because they discriminate against you. But what I can do is get a couple of $1 million out of Whirlpool for doing all that to you. There's no justice in it.
But that's
okay. But wait a minute. Let me go back there. Yeah, because number one, I do criminal. I did criminal defense, and I've got some criminal defense, a couple of cases. But I'm a civil rights attorney. I absolutely am, and we have to have. And I do. I mean, look at the walls here. So and I've been doing this. So when you're absolutely right, and I tell my class, we're not gonna solve racism with this one. Absolutely. Everybody's gonna keep doing what they're doing, but we still have a system in place, because guess you're not gonna get it any other way unless we go this route. So this is the only thing. Your only justice is freaking money. That's the only thing. We're not changing opinions, because that person, whatever they did to say it to you, they truly still believe that shit. They believed it when they did it. They still believe it. It's not going to change the way when they wake up in the morning. That's not going to change it. Now, the only thing we do know is that if your heart is really bitter and rotten and you're just a horrible, horrible person, we know that internally their system can't take that. And I think a lot of diseases happen to people because they've treated people wrong and mistreated.
Oh yeah,
I truly believe that. So your justice won't be, but it won't be that person ever apologizing to you. But go keep looking at them in 20 years, if they even make it 20 years. Look at them in 30 years. Look and see how their life turns out. That's how you see truly how their life ends and how it goes. And I'll tell you something. A lot of times for people who are really nasty and cruel people, they don't have a good ending.
No, they never do.
They might end up.
Testimony for that.
Okay, so as far as is there, we think of justice as what is that justice supposed to be? That person is never gonna freaking apologize. They don't give a fuck, and that's all we can get.
Well, then that's where we go into justice, whether you believe it or not. The higher power, he gives you justice. Right. So when they get their disease, their cancers, whatever happens to them, because they were so cruel and racist and mean and just unjust to people, it is justice at the end. You're going to get it.
It's not the way you want to see it. It's not the way you want to see it.
Right.
So that's the thing of it. But it does happen, because we can't stop that. That's just a universal law. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It's going to truly happen. And you be happy and fortunate the fact that you can at least get some money.
Get the money.
Go and not have to just sit here and wait for them. Right. Do something.
Thank you for that. Get the money for the people who've been wronged.
That's all you can get is money.
But I think criminal defense gives you justice. Would you say that?
It all depends on the the perspective. Hell, you hear it in this hearing this Combs trial. There are certain people who don't feel like justice was served. There are other people who feel like justice wasn't served. I personally don't think justice was served, because I would have said not guilty on every damn thing.
So let's explore that. So for those people who think that justice was not served because he didn't get convicted of the RICO charge, you tell me. This is just me. You tell me, what do you get as a society if he is locked up for the rest of his life? What do you get? Exactly. Like, what benefit do you, general public, what do you get as a benefit from him being locked up for the rest of his life? He's not a chomo. So you tell me what.
Wait, what's a chomo?
Oh, child molester.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So what chomo? Right. You're not protecting the children.
Right.
You're not. What are you getting with him being locked up for the rest of his life? Hence the same thing with R. Kelly. What are you getting from him being locked up? What are you getting?
Well, how long did R. Kelly get?
25.
He served what, 5?
He's still in. What you mean? He's still serving?
No, I'm saying he's been there 5 years.
Maybe
6. Okay.
But what benefits are you getting? Like, what are you protecting society from because they are locked up?
But is it protecting us, or is it that his divine intervention caught him, that he's getting caught up on things we don't even know about, that he's caught up? And I'm not saying he should live forever in jail.
That's one perspective.
He's been in there for a year.
He's
been in there for a year. Now I remember Diddy in the 80s. Can't stop, won't stop. I remember the white fur coats up in there, and I lived in New York when Diddy had that basketball tournament and everybody had a big, they killed the people. They had a stampede. I was there. So I watched it on TV.
At Rutgers Park?
Yes. I lived in New York then. Remember, I'm in New York 4 years. I lived in New York. So I saw the rise of Diddy, because he wasn't Diddy then. He was Diddy, and then Little Kim and Mary J. Blige. So you got to see that. But is it that he's really paying for something we don't know what he did?
That's right.
So he's been in jail a year.
That could be.
He's been there for a year. He got
to sit down for something.
So he got it. Then that's what I tell.
But we don't know the thing.
And that's
somebody knows it.
And that's what I always tell I would have clients. They say, I didn't do this. And then sometimes I think to myself, well, you did something, say something one time. Because I said, damn, you got this. I said, did you curse your mama out this morning? What the heck? How did, of all the things that had to happen, and you stumbled upon this, and then you got charged with it? I said, what did you do? Were you mean to your mama, your dad? What the hell? Did you kick a dog? What did you do?
I'm a believer in that. Like, whatever energy, particularly negative energy or positive, if you put out negative energy, it's going to come back on you. It's just what it is. I say it all the time. My mouth is reckless. I cut a bitch down. So when I say certain things and I'm like, and then something happens to me negative, I'm like, I shouldn't have said that about that bitch. And now I'm getting it right back to me.
Oh my God.
I get it too. Like, I got hit by a car.
I got hit by a car. I was mean to my grandmother. I'm just talking, I think I might have said something smart to my grandmother. Next thing I know, my ass is laid out in the middle of the fucking street. And I knew immediately when that happened, I said, this is from Granny. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Was, thank you, Jesus. Like, Lord, please don't let me die in the middle on Woodward and Mac Nichols. Please don't let me die like this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
You broke your hip.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know I've fractured my pelvis in 2 spots.
Yeah. But you made it. Look at great God's grace.
You made it. It had a whole angel. Oh my God, that's a blessing.
It is. But I agree with you. Attorney Simmons and Attorney Webster Cox, that we get these situations and you don't know. We're getting our karma back from what we put out. So I think Diddy got that. But I'm going to say the one thing, and if you do say something and you get it right back, laugh at it and be like, you know what, I did it. Let me just, you can't even be mad when you get your karma back. You be like, you know what? And then that's how you can perceive, instead of getting bitter and angry. You did the crap, right? You said it. I got a reckless mouth too. Oh, well, I'm going to say some stuff. I may not curse at you, but I'm gonna cut you up, because we learn from the best. Diane Webster, God rest her soul. And Aunt Janet Peppers, God rest her soul too. And she taught us to have a razor blade mouth. And yes, and so, but you gonna get a pat back when you go clap back, right? So laugh and joke it off, because you better watch your mouth.
Okay, listen, this is where we are, because I know we are coming down on time. I think this has been a wonderful discussion. What I want to do at this point is I want everyone to know that all 3 of us are entrepreneurs. All 3 of us are business owners. And I want to start off with, first of all, Dr. Wendy Webster Jackson. And she has a brand called Dr. Renaka's. And tell us about Dr. Renaka's.
What is it?
Dr. Renaka's is an all natural. How do we do it?
Put your hand in the back of it.
In back of it.
Can we see it?
No, like this.
Oh, hand back.
Hand in back of it.
Oh, nice.
And it kind of.
Wait, it's still glowing.
That one is really bright.
Okay. So Dr. Renaka's is my brand that I formulated. It took me about 5 years to formulate all natural skin moisturizer. So it's no petroleum products in this. So what we have is 2 products I have. One is called Pure Butter. It has avocado butter, aloe butter, pumpkin butter, cocoa butter, shea butter, and a basin canola, and has beeswax in it. So this here is the best moisturizer you're going to get. And if you live in Michigan or any of these areas that you have, when it gets dry in the winter, you want Dr. Renaka's Pure Butter. Now I have the other, Dr. Renaka's Extreme. Can we see that?
Pull it up to the camera.
Where's the camera?
Take a picture of it.
Yeah, Dr. Renaka's Extreme has all of the same materials that the butters that Pure butter except it has essential oils. It has lavender, rosemary, oregano, and tamarind oil, which is from Madagascar. It's for skin healing. So Dr. Renaka's Extreme, if you have eczema, it's going to clear you up. It's going to get you right. And I wish you could see it, but I do sell it on Shopify. We got to figure out how
What's
to
the website?
Shopify. Dr. Renaka's.
Is it Shopify / Dr. Renaka's?
Yes.
Spell Dr. Renaka's.
DrWrunakas. So I've had many people,
and it's on the bottom too. I'm scrolling through my StreamYard is coming through.
Okay, yep, Dr. Renaka's. And I guarantee you, if you use this by yourself, this is going to last you for 2 months. How I formulate it, it takes a long time for you to use it, and you will be so happy, and your skin will be smooth. And Attorney Webster Cox uses that also
on my entire body.
Yes,
and
you're not going to see us.
Yeah, you can, and it does really well. But I'll tell you something. Yeah, you can see. Oh, yeah, the skin looks good. So the bottom line is this: you can still wear your perfumes and colognes over this. So because when you put it on, there's no smell to it. Even the one that has the lavender, it seems to kind of dissipate. The moisturizing properties still remain, but as far as that smell, and it's not a bad smell, but what I'm saying is that you can wear what's the one Carolyn Herrera with the it's got the real high heel. I have that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your Shakira, and then also your Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. I mean, those are some of the fragrances that I use. And I just say all that to say that you can still have this under. It's a great product. I recommend it, and I wanted you to be able to talk about it on the show today. So that's her. I want you to talk about your products.
Oh, my product is me. So I run a law office, a whole business. And I also run 2 supervised parenting time facilities, one in Oakland County and one in Wayne County. One is called Detroit Parenting Time and one is called Pontiac Parenting Time, and they're very successful. We just won an award from the state of Michigan.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Game Changer Award from the state of Michigan Department for Children. And so doing great things. My website is lawchick.com, lawchic.com. There you can book a consultation with me to talk about things, strategize on a legal issue. If you want a referral for someone, you can call the office 248-732-7559. I am the plug. Also on my website, lawchick.com, you'll see that you can buy merchandise from me. And you can follow me on all social media handles at lawchick.com or at hoodrattoharvard.com. I do have over 250,000 followers on total on all social media. So very active, very entertaining, very real, very raw. So if you're not into any of that, don't follow me, bitch.
Okay, wait a minute. One of your people said, can you spell the moisturizers again? It's DrWrunakas. So Dr. Renaka's is African Renaka. So Dr. DrWrunakas. Dr. Renaka's. Yes, Dr. Renaka. That's right. Oh, you got it. K-Lex. Okay, I'm looking at me being
That's
nosy.
K-Lex. That's my moderator.
Oh.
K-Lex.
Okay, good. Oh,
Yeah.
K-Lex got it. So then here. Now, very good. So I want everybody to do that. This is Protect the Peace Season 2, and we do have merch. We've got a t-shirt that has Protect the Peace, and next time I tape it, I'll have it. I think I'll have it on, when this actually airs, I will have it out there. But we have merch, and then we've got a swimsuit that has all Protect the P, and then right around the whole P area, there's a big circle that says Protect the P. We've got bikinis.
We're going to wear those.
Where's this at? What website is this?
This is on my Shopify.
Shopify. What's Shopify / what?
Protect the P.
Protect the P.
Protect the P. And so I'm just telling you, we got it, and you can get you some panties that have Protect the P.
Not panties.
Panties, some bikini panties that say Protect the P. And it can be on the back, Protect the P. So it's really protect
the posterior.
Protect all the P's.
Protect your P. Properly police your pussy, ladies.
Please do. And and men too. And men ought to be now policing their pocketbooks, their wallets.
Properly police your penis.
And your penis. And I'm telling you, just quit. Now you got to know who these hoes are. So maybe tricking has changed, hasn't it?
No, tricking has that.
Tricking has changed, men. You got to stop it.
Well, variety. What is it? What's the men's supplement?
Oh,
Viagra.
Viagra.
Change the game.
yeah. Well, they need to
I used
go
to
on.
get money out of these streets.
Oh, I don't know
Change
nothing
the
about
game.
it. Okay.
Oh,
I don't have to
okay.
just
Got the
trust-
old men feeling young again.
Yeah,
All right.
was a time they couldn't do shit. Now, fuck
Oh,
you. I'm not
okay.
trying to do
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they can go. Do
Right.
not go.
that. Be careful, ladies.
Don't go across state lines anymore.
Right.
And don't take the money. So you better buy your own flight. And no more flew it out no more. And don't get no money. So I think this has opened up it changed a lot of things. Because do you really want to be charged? Do
I
you
don't
really
think
want
they do. I don't think so.
I don't
No,
think
it has
so.
changed. It's going to change.
It's
a lot of
changed. No,
things.
it's changed.
Changed a lot of behavior.
OnlyFans, sorry girls. You got to come a different way.
Well, Protect the P does have an OnlyFans. I do.
Really?
I do.
Well, OnlyFans is not just for
It's not for- yeah.
that.
Maybe I'll get an OnlyFans.
It's only for your fans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't do anything sexual, but
But you
I
have
like
to
to
do
talk.
anything sexual.
Mhm.
Ooh, I would get an OnlyFans because I know my
See,
content.
I say it first, then all of a sudden,
But I'm thinking, I thought it was just for sex.
No.
So I can talk about things that other people may not appreciate, but my fans appreciate.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Y'all might have to hear my mouth on OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, OnlyFans and Patreon. I'm on Patreon too.
Patreon.
So, and if I also have a podcast, Who Rat to Harvard, so and it's on all platforms. So if you want to go listen to that, I appreciate that.
yes.
We are in hiatus until next season, but this will be up for my upcoming season.
Yeah, and I know, right? We did good. Did we do
Yeah,
good?
but I'm gonna tell you one thing that I actually do. I am on X and Facebook. So if you like to hear some of my little sassy euphemisms for different things, we can definitely have that, and you'll hear it on X under Dr. Wendy for Oakland County. That's my
We did change
X.
cursor.
and then Dr. Wendy Webster
Yep.
Jackson on Dr. Wendy Webster Jackson on Facebook. And don't go on my Instagram because that's not the thing. Oh wow, we got kicked off.
We got kicked off the TikTok.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, they was too spicy mouth today. See, they got kicked. It was too much for TikTok.
It wasn't too much for TikTok. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. But listen, I really enjoyed all of you coming in. And thank you for taking time on this 4th of July
Yes.
to coming out
I
to
gotta go.
take time away to say, hey, let's make it happen. Okay.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
done.
you so much. Bye,
Send me that, 'cause
everybody.
mine's
Take care.
They're not gonna give me
Oh,
mine.
you
Send
got
me
you.
mine.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Take care.
Stop that one.
Pictures.
Stop that one. No, and then we gotta make sure we
Dr.
render.
Wendy, what is this good for? Just
Yeah.
moisturizing?
It's just skin for your skin, yeah.
Oh, I
Okay,
want
hold
some.
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Which one you want? That one?
I want both.
Oh,
How much are they?
this one is 20 and this one is 40.
Yeah, I want both.
Oh, take those.
I needed one.
Well, I got plenty.
I
in my
thought you had some.
I ran out of it.
I got plenty.
Okay, here, done. Look at this. Starting off with Wendy. Export the video. High quality.
That was fun.
So wasn't that fun? It was really, really good. I'm so happy both of y'all came.
So
happy.
what are you gonna get? You wanted pure butter, right?
Yeah, peanut butter.
What did you have?
What do you
The
mean?
one you let me use on my arms that day. I don't know which one you had.
She probably had pure butter.
What did I give? Was it a liquid?
You just said try it, and I tried it. I don't
Oh,
know
then
which one
it would have been a pure butter.
Okay, so
It would have been a pure butter.
Okay, so that one, can I? Because I have some at the house. You going there tonight, right?
Yeah.
So can she get that to you and you can cash out for whatever you want to do?
Oh,
This
in the
is
street.
triggered
Are we
my
still going?
violation clip.
What was it?
This up. I keep time.
You recorded.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I gotta go. I got.
okay, I let me get a picture of all three.
Okay.
Do we sitting? Standing.
Standing. Okay.
I got enough. Y'all.
Sitting. Okay. Thank you very much. So let me know how you love it. Give it to your daughters; they'll love it too. What is that?
Oh shit, we gotta click this clean. She has a noon coming.
Who is that? Is that
OnlyFans. That's what took us down.
Oh, it's the OnlyFans? Oh, well, that ain't no big deal. So other than that, we're good though, right?
No, they're not gonna give me the video. So just send me yours.
Yay!
Which has a video of all of ours.
Yeah.
I
I just need the audio really.
I know, right? Huh?
Let me get a picture real quick.
Okay.
Hello, baby. Hey, what's going on? You look so cute.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm surviving.